NikeID.
YouTube family, what up though? If you didn't know, I'm DJ Swavor, and this is another episode of Ottoman Box Openings. If you didn't already know, I'm DJ Swavor, and this right here is another episode of Ottoman Box Openings. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now, and also hit the bell button next to it so when I post something on YouTube, you get it first. Also, if you haven't already, be sure you're giving the kid a follow on all the major social media platforms. Even though Air Max Day was over a month ago back in March, we already know that every year Nike offers up some type of special edition Nike ID that revolves around Air Max Day. This year was no different. Nike offered up sneakerheads a chance to design 3 different special edition Air Max 180 Nike ID sneakers. I've actually had this Nike ID for a couple of weeks now. A few people hit me up on Instagram asking about it, so I figured, hey, why not? Let me give the people what they want. On this episode, we're gonna be taking a look at the Ralph Steadman inspired Air Max 180 Nike ID. Speaking of Nike ID, there's some things that I want to discuss with y'all. Some improvements that Nike could make in that ID lane. The first major thing that I feel like Nike could do better regarding Nike IDs is to give us more options. I feel like if they gave us more options as far as materials and colorways, a lot more people would be more inclined to design a sneaker and purchase a Nike ID shoe. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm bored at work, sometimes I get on the Nike ID website and just design sneakers. The main problem I have with Nike ID is that the colorways that they allow us to use are whack as hell. The materials that they allow us to use are whack as hell. I mean, there's some shoes on Nike ID where Nike doesn't even give you the option to change the color of the laces. To some people, I know for a fact that's a complete turnoff. Another way Nike could get a lot more people to use Nike ID is to lower those damn prices. Most of the time, a Nike ID sneaker costs way more than the original sneaker. If a regular sneaker cost me 160 bucks, there's no reason for a Nike ID to cost me $200, especially when I don't really have that many options to change on the Nike ID sneaker. So you're basically telling me you're charging me 40 extra bucks to change the sole from a regular sole to an icy sole and to substitute the air under the Nike check for 3 letters? Come on, Nike, y'all can do better than that. But I think the main reason a lot of people don't use Nike ID is that the majority of the sneakers they allow you to ID are straight up whack. I mean, who really wants to ID a sock dart? I mean, have you ever hopped on Nike ID and said, you know what? I think I'm gonna ID a Mariah Flyknit Racer. Hell nah. I feel like if they added more popular silhouettes, a lot more people will be willing to spend that money for a Nike ID sneaker. If Nike gave me a chance to design an Air Max 98 and gave me dope materials and a lot more color options, bruh, I spend my money on that in a heartbeat. Nike, y'all gotta step your ID game up, bruh. I mean, we're not asking y'all to make it as exclusive as a bespoke custom, but at least give us a few more options on colors and materials. Is that much for a sneakerhead like myself to ask? But what I want y'all to do is hit that comment section up right now and let me know how y'all feel about Nike IDs. Let me know if you've had a good experience with Nike ID. Let me know if you've had a bad experience with Nike ID. Hit that comment section up right now and let me know your opinion. While y'all are hitting that comment section up, let's go ahead and take a look at this Ralph Steadman Air Max 80 ID. Somebody wanted to make an appearance. You gonna say what's up or what?
What's up?
What you? As I said before, for Air Max Day, Nike gave people a chance to purchase 3 different Air Max 1 Nike IDs. Besides this Ralph Steadman ID that we're gonna take a look at in a minute, there was a black and white colorway, and then there was an all black one with like Miami accent vibes to it. Besides the fact that I already have a shitload of black and white sneakers in my collection, I wasn't really feeling those colorways just because they were a little bit too simple for my taste. Now, even though all 3 of those sneakers were considered Nike IDs, they really didn't give you many options to change when you were creating that sneaker. The only major option that you had was to choose which one of the 3 colorways you wanted. The only other options you had were to do some type of custom stitching on the Nike Air symbol on the back of the sneaker, as well as doing something different on the tongue of the sneaker. That's exactly why I had that rant at the beginning of this video. Nike has to do way better when it comes to these ID sneakers. Even though Nike didn't give us any options to change on this particular colorway, it is rather dope, I must say. So in case y'all haven't seen it for some weird reason, let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. And this is the Ralph Steadman colorway on the Nike ID Air Max 180 for Air Max Day. And I gotta say, besides the lack of options to truly make this a Nike ID sneaker, in hand, this joint is so fire. I mean, there really isn't much to explain about this sneaker. The base of this sneaker is exactly the same as the OG Ottoman Air Max 180. The only major difference between an OG Air Max 180 and this Air Max 180, of course, is that hairy suede on the upper. In hand and up close, that hairy suede is so damn clean. As you can see, the hairy suede completely covers the entire upper of this sneaker. I have the OG Air Max 180 in my collection, and to be honest with y'all, I think this hairy suede looks better on this sneaker than the white nylon on the OG Air Max 180. That's just my opinion though. Don't go too hard on me in the comment section. The inside of the sneaker looks exactly the same as the outside of the sneaker. That tan hairy suede on the majority of the upper, a blue suede Nike check, and that Ultraman and white midsole on the bottom of the shoe. Besides the hairy suede on the upper, the only other major difference between this sneaker and the original Air Max 180 is Ralph Steadman's rabbit artwork on the tongue. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bruh. I'm not about to tell y'all the whole backstory behind the inspiration of that rabbit artwork, but I will put all of that information down in the description box below. Since this is a Nike ID, they did give me the option to customize the Nike Air branding on the rear portion of the sneaker. As you can see on the left sneaker, I have S and B under the Nike signal, which of course stands for sneaks and beats. I'm into sneakers and I'm a DJ, which means I love beats. Be sure to use that hashtag sneaks and beats 365 whenever you post a picture on social media. On the right sneaker underneath the Nike branding, I have OBO, which you already know stands for Ottoman box openings. My two babies on the back of a dope sneaker. What more can a sneakerhead ask for? And for the most part, that explains this Ralph Steadman Nike ID Air Max 180. It sucks that Nike didn't give me more options to change in this sneaker, but overall I feel like this was the best Nike ID Air Max 180 out of the 3 options that they gave us. From that hairy suede and my own inscriptions on the back of the sneaker, I think I did pretty good with my selection. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this sneaker an easy 8. Even if this sneaker was a general release and not a Nike ID, I'm almost positive I would have still copped it. But of course, I want to know y'all's opinion on this sneaker. Let me know down in the comment section how you feel about this Ralph Steadman Nike ID Air Max 180. Are you feeling this pair? Are you not liking this pair? Did you get your hands on a pair when they made this option available? Are you looking to cop a pair on the resale market and you needed this video to kind of push you over the edge? Hit that comment section up and let me know your opinion on this particular sneaker. The OG Air Max 180 retail for $160, but since this was a Nike ID, this sneaker retail for $190. Since most people probably added their personal touches to this Nike ID, I have not seen this sneaker on the resale market. I mean, but if you don't mind having somebody's own personal touch added to a sneaker, find a pair, hit them up, and see if you can get it off of them. Even though this Ralph Steadman Nike ID had limited options on customization, I must say, that extra $30 over retail that I paid for this Nike ID, damn sure looks worth it. And this is the Ralph Steadman colorway of the Nike ID Air Max 180 for Air Max Day. Despite the lack of options to choose from, I feel like this Nike ID Air Max 180 turned out to be pretty dope. But we already know that most of the time, that ain't the case at all. A sneakerhead like myself will be willing to throw money for the chance to design my own sneaker, but I'm convinced Nike must not want our money, bruh. If you haven't already, smash that thumbs up button, smash that like button for me, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit that bell button next to the subscribe button so when I post something on YouTube, you get it first. Once again, I'm DJ Swavor. This was another episode of Ottoman Box Openings, and until next time, peace.